Welcome to the summer, everybody. Welcome to the summer. Stanford baseball lost in the College World Series, John, on Monday, and
they had an early lead.
6 teams left. 4-0 they led. Never led in the Jello shot competition, though. They were, I think, the guy that owns Raising Cane's.
Oh, yeah.
He's a grad of some SEC school.
LSU.
Oh, LSU?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Well, I mean, fuck, I'm locked in. He's a LSU guy.
So he bought, I don't know, 1,600 Jello shots the other day or something?
Are they still alive?
Yes. LSU, they might be playing right now.
They played someone, I thought, was it last night elimination game or is it today?
Let's see. Tennessee played LSU. No. LSU played, they must have played Wake yesterday. I don't know. I haven't looked at the bracket. They beat Tennessee and ended up in a game against Wake. So they lost to Wake yesterday. So they're going to play Tennessee in a loser's bracket game. Yeah, that's what it is. And then the winner has to beat Wake Forest twice. Demon Deacons written like super small on their jerseys.
Whenever they get to Omaha, and honestly, even the super regional, honestly, even the first round, kind of the round robin 4 teams where there's always 2 rando teams with 2 sweet teams, it never gets old. You start thinking like, God, couldn't college baseball be a bigger thing? And then you realize in the SEC it kind of is. They get 20,000 people to do these games.
Yeah.
It is. Like the SEC takes their shit very, very seriously. There's just no disputing that. Doesn't mean they're always going to have the best team, but like if you turn on SEC Network during the spring and they just got a random Ole Miss versus Arkansas, it is fucking packed, guy.
By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like, subscribe. If you're listening to it, either way, there's a link. You just click it and you can email the show, promo code ham@gmail.com for the mailbag, and also 5-star review. This is like Tuesday afternoon, super tight. We're squeezing it in because we're going on Larry Krueger's show. If you're listening to this, watching it live, if you aren't watching it live or listening to it live, then you can go back and watch. I saw Larry at Niners practice last week, and he's like, "Where's Middlekauff?" And I said, "On the golf course in Scottsdale." He said, "That sounds amazing. You guys want to come on the show?" And I said, "Yes." So we're going to do that. And then you're going to go hit the golf course in Scottsdale. But
some fired guys from radio.
Sorry. Oh yeah. That's a good. I like that round table.
What's JJ Redick's podcast called? Like 2 for 3 or something? 3 for 1?
Old Man and the 3.
Old Man and the 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, just some guys kicked to the
Fired
curb.
guys round table.
I think logistically, did they boot you? Do you claim fired?
They ended my show. So as far as I was concerned,
true.
Yes. They said Haberman
Middlekauff they gave you a soft landing. I got a hard landing.
Yeah, it was different. I'm not going to pretend that I lived that.
But you lived it. I mean, you were.
Yeah, I was. Things happen. People made decisions. What was I going to say to you? Oh, have you checked the Major League Baseball standings lately, John?
I've had people chirping me. I've had a lot of people chirping me, and I give all the credit to the players. I mean, it's just gritty group, led by. I don't even know who. I haven't watched much, but I'm a big Logan Webb guy. Feels like they've got some other young cats. Conforto ran into him at Hunter Bishop's golf tournament. Would never have known. I was like, "Who's that guy?" They're like, "Michael Conforto." And I was like, "That guy?" He's like, "Oh, that guy can fucking hit." I'm like, "He can?" He's like, "Yeah, Boris guy." I'm like, "Okay." Oregon State.
He was a Met. Oregon State had a really good year with the Mets. Just had some injuries. Giants 3.5 back of the Diamondbacks. They are. That's not really the news.
They swept the Dodgers.
Game up on the Dodgers. That's the way to say it.
They swept the Dodgers.
They had a comeback against the Padres. I don't know how they can maintain this, but they are right now.
I looked yesterday on the ESPN app, and they were down like 4-0, and so I'm like, oh, they're just gonna come back to earth. And then I checked this morning, and they win 7-4.
Extras.
So I don't know what Bob Melvin's doing over there, but he can't be fucking get his ass kicked by Gabe Kapler. I'll tell you that. I will never change my stance. I'm not rooting against I want Logan Webb to be like an all-star. I want their players. I want them to draft Dela Cruz's. You seen that guy? I mean, that guy fucking flies. He's incredible. Did you see Joey Votto last night? How cool was that?
What did Joey do?
Well, he'd been gone. I would assume he's been injured for like a year.
Oh, okay.
Made his comeback last night. They're chanting his name. Second AB, home run, late in the game. Hits like a bases clearing double. they've won like 10 straight games. They're the hottest team in Major League Baseball, them and the Giants. But it just felt like, it's kind of cool. I just refuse to get behind Gabe Kapler. I just never, under any circumstances, will support him. He just cannot gain my support.
Make Vogt the manager? You'd be all in?
You could name anybody the manager.
Boch?
One of their Twitter guys. I'd be cool with it. As long as he wasn't just a douche when he talked. I can't take the guy seriously. It's an all-time great franchise. I mean, we're talking about one of... You think they're a top 5 Major League Baseball franchise? Probably, right?
I mean, Yankees, Dodgers, Mets. No. All-time what? Like famous or just like great?
I'm talking it all. The players, the brands.
Yeah. So Yankees, I don't know if the Mets. Yankees, yeah, I think they are. Yeah, Willie Mays, Barry Bonds.
Cardinals would probably be up there, right?
Cardinals, for sure. Cubs, Dodgers, maybe that's the group. I mean, Cubs didn't win for a long time, but
Giants
Red Sox.
Didn't really.
Red Sox.
Yeah, Giants are on the short list.
Giants.
I wish we had a normal. I wish Bob Melvin was the manager. I don't know, just a normal guy.
God, if the Padres they're 2 games under 500. He might be available. I hate to say, I love Bill Mel. I texted him before the season. Said, have a great year.
You get a text back?
They are not. He did, but they are not having a great year.
They were just in the NLCS. They beat the Dodgers last year.
I know, but it's one of these like, really, really expensive teams with very high expectations. The pressure just ratchets up in those situations,
Yeah. That'd be sad because remember the A's denied him to be the coach of the manager or the Yankees.
Yeah.
And the next year they let him go. And you'd rather just coach the Yankees than the
Padres.
Think so.
So.
Even though the Padres clearly are pretty talented, but it just feels like you're like a lock every year for the playoffs with the Yankees roster. And Cashman say what you want about the little bald guy. He's pretty good at his job.
What would you say about him other than he's had
I think he takes
extraordinarily
a lot of heat.
He does, but, would he take that heat if he were the GM of the Braves? Probably not. He's the GM of the Yankees. Just part of the job.
Yeah.
Right? I mean.
That's why Howie says they became friends. There's only so many people that can relate to the pressures.
Is he wrong?
It's funny being sarcastic, but not really. No, 100%.
Which one
more pressure on you. There are just the quantity. There are more Yankee fans than Philadelphia Eagle football fans. But the Philadelphia Eagle, it's one of the biggest cities in America. They are the number 1 team in that city. It is, and I would say,
as big as the fan base is, the care factor is massive, right? They're a massive fan base with a care factor of
is 10 out of 10,
10x as many people.
Yeah, it's high, and I would say Cashman, like Howie, are more famous at this point because of their 10 years, because of going through different managers than their own coach, right? Like Brian Cashman with Yankee fans is more famous just because he's been in the minds than Aaron Boone.
Yeah.
Or Nick Sirianni.
Right.
Just because it feels like those guys are in control, right?
Did you see Sirianni? It was an NFL Live did a list top 10 coaches the other day. Sirianni 6th, Sean McVay not on the list.
Yeah,
Shanahan 2nd, I think.
Football's kind of a what have you done for me lately type thing.
I love this Mayoko that I was checking the Roto World headlines this morning, and Mayoko wrote that did you see this? 3 reasons why the Niners will be more aggressive. 1, full season of McCaffrey. 2, trust in Brock. 3, Robbie's gone. Meaning the thing that you've been yelling at the TV for several years now, Kyle to go for it instead of punt or kick field goals. Maybe you'll get. Niners went 7 of 17 on 4th and short. 7 of 17 on 4th and short. So maybe you get more fourth down go for it.
I feel like it wasn't getting worked up about going for it and kicking field goals is more likely to punt.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm just adding a little flavor.
Honestly, it would piss me off if they don't utilize death taxes and Moody. I mean, I want to see this guy booting like 60-yard bombs.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's like...
It's true. And you lose Jimmy's sneak ability, so maybe you're more likely to kick field goals or just give it to Christian.
I saw that...
the juice sneak, I don't know if that play's coming back.
Sean McVay, baby coming. So remember in the article about him kind of dipping his toe and whether he should leave football was about the family that he didn't even have yet. It's like, I want to be a family man. It's like, we don't even have kids. Kyle, meanwhile, has like 4. Belichick. Every coach has tons of
on
kids.
earth.
Yeah. And it's like that. Well, now the baby is coming. I follow his wife on Instagram. They're doing a baby moon in New York right now. So we could be coming down the home stretch of old Sean.
Could be. Although you could look at it the other way, which is he decided, fuck it. I can do both. I'll keep coaching football and have this baby.
Did you see I was watching it live, it kind of looked weird. And then it went all over social media. Matt Stafford's, he got clearly a new grill. His teeth are fucking the size of like these Yeti water bottles. And he was at LACC with like McVay and Whitworth and those guys, but they interviewed, like Damon Hack interviews him.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
His teeth are not just enormous, they're too white. I mean, they can't look any faker. For a guy with unlimited amount of money, you would think he would get the dentist that could give him a more natural grill.
Yeah, you can't go. You went through right? I'm going through right now because I got like a chip and they want to fill it, but I have to get my teeth to the right color before I do it.
My chick just put in 6 and they're not. Now, part of it, I guess I got a bone a little higher because I was like, give me some big teeth.
Yeah.
If did I
big teeth guy?
What happened to my video?
I don't know. Your video's gone, but I want to hear this. And we got to run to Larry soon, so just finish your story.
I'm trying to come back here.
Okay.
Trying to come back on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, you can talk.
Yeah, I don't know where my video went, but
that's all right. Keep talking.
I couldn't get the super long teeth because there's some bone that they'd have to cut, but it's not even cuttable. Like it limits how long it could go. And I got lucky because I do think it can look bad when you have teeth, 3 inches long.
Yeah. So you think now do you color do you color the other teeth to keep them the same shade as the teeth that you have put in?
No, that my dentist, Dr. Sood, Walnut Creek, fantastic dentist. I mean, she's cream of the crop. She claimed, and she's right, that you really just see the first 6 teeth, so you don't even notice the other ones.
Yeah. See, I got a hair. You don't really see the bottom
down
either.
Are moving.
Al Michaels, if you go watch Al Michaels open next time, you only see his bottom teeth. You never see his top teeth.
He got big chompers.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen him. You never see him. Just the way he talks, you never see, like, your doc would be right about him. Like, you don't even see the top teeth.
At the time I did it, and they're not cheap. I couldn't afford. I mean, 6 was the max, and I was
but she was right.
Paying on layaway, but she is right.
She was right. I'm looking at this now. Boy, a lot of guys. Seems like a lot of the players didn't love LACC.
A lot of shit
criticism.
Talk.
Yeah, a lot of shit talk. Which maybe it's because none of them ever got invited to play there. Ahead of time. I don't know.
But it's not true. All those guys did. Do you know what speaks to? It actually shows really good on Olympic Club. Now, Olympic Club is not as exclusive as LACC. I would say LACC is probably more like a San Francisco club. One of those clubs that you can meet people and they've never played there.
Yeah.
Even with money and play golf in the Bay. Guy, they attempted to buy every general admission ticket. The USGA mandated that there were 9,000 every day available, and they tried to buy all 9. They could only buy half.
Which is still 4,500 GA general admissions, not a lot of tickets, right? I saw the No Laying Up guys called it the C-Suite Open.
Well, I ran into a neighbor 2 days ago at the grocery store, and he was in Los Angeles for work. And he's like, you know what? I'll stay Friday and go to it on Saturday. He looked at the tickets because supply demand. He's like, it was almost over $400 for a GA ticket.
Yeah.
And then to even get remotely close, he's like, I was going to have to drive my rental car. Parking was over $150. So he's like, I'm going to pay $650 to go to the fucking US Open. Like, that's kind of nuts.
I know. I have a buddy who has a buddy that's a member. And so he went on Thursday. And I was like, oh, how's the tent? Because I was like, there's no way he's walking the course, right? He's like, oh, 10 at 14 is cool. But was it $250 to join? Oh, real quick, because we got to go talk to Larry. The one piece of research I've been meaning to tell you about. of course, here's Ricky Fowler playing lights out, and then Wyndham Clark is playing lights out, and they're both using the same putter. So I was like, oh, sweet putter. I'd love that putter. Well, it's like a 2014 model. It's an old putter. That putter, people are pulling out of their garage right now on eBay. It's going for like $1,000. Any model of that Odyssey versus Jailbird putter is what it's called. So if you go to eBay right now, you'll see. I went last night. I saw one 19 hours left on the bidding, had 48 bids, was at over $900. And they're just, totally dinged up. They look like putters that people didn't put a cover on. Someone had them in their garage, never thought, like, probably bought it at a yard sale for $10. But now it's a $1,000 putter right now. It's hot. How about that? All right, we got to go talk to Larry. We can't.
Wyndham Clark resurrected the Odyssey.
The Odyssey Versa. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging. What our content plan looks like in June and July? Light.
Summer months, baby.
Summer's here. All right, we're gonna go talk to Larry Krueger right now. Later, everybody.
Later.